Muy buenas tardes a la afición de EquinEdge y también a la de HipicaTV. Bienvenidos a este show de pronósticos basado en la plataforma de EquinEdge para el Pick 5 de Goldstream Park. Goldstream Park pagando dividendos altos, explosivos los últimos días. Tenemos de nuevo a Scotty McKeever de regreso desde California y al señor Pascual Artiles desde aquí, desde la Florida. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Buenos días.
Saludos, saludos.
Buenos días. Buenos días a todos. Estamos empezando con un ticket generado por el Ticket Generator de EquinEdge. Es un ticket que tiene un costo de $100 en la propuesta inicial de Scotty. Al final vamos a tener el ticket que va a sugerir Pascual basado también en EquinEdge. Pero primero vamos a ir al carrera a carrera. Starting with race 5, Scotty. Vamos con la quinta carrera. Let's talk about this race. Hablemos de esta carrera, Scotty.
All right, let's do it. So I'm going to play a $100 ticket, and I'm going to spread out a little bit. The only horses I'm going to leave out are both the 3 and the 7. So 3 y 6 or 7. But here's the thing. You could use both those horses. I think both of the 3 and the 7 can run in this race, but I'm going to play against them to win. But if you can add those 2 to this first leg, that would be a good thing. Mr. Tito's, this is the horse I like the best in the race. Lionel Reyes is aboard. The problem with Mr. Tito's is that he has to come from so far back. And if you look at the pace number, you can see the horse has the least amount of speed, has a good win percentage, and has a nice record. In fact, this horse has, in 12 tries, been in the money in 12 of 13 races. That's pretty impressive. So you can expect that Mr. Tito's is going to run a good race, but I'm using the 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6.
Así es, para Scotty es una carrera para multiplicar. En su presupuesto, él puso un presupuesto de 90 y el ticket está dando de 100. Está dejando los 2 caballos que en apariencia tienen menos oportunidad, pero que él está recomendando que si tú tienes presupuesto, el número 7 y el 3 los incluye en su ticket. Está colocando todos en la primera del Pick 5, muy difícil, menos al 3 y al 7, pero tanto el 7 como el 3, si es posible, colóquelo en su ticket. De todos los caballos, habló de Mr. Titos, que es el más consistente, un caballo que en el récord, como pueden ver, tiene de 3 intentos, 12 veces ha estado en el dinero, 24% para ganar la carrera, 61 en el GSR, en la genética de este Mr. Titos, así que el 5 Mr. Titos como primera selección, pero una carrera abierta a sorpresas, un caballo que además decía él que el pace era 20, es un caballo lento que está a merced de lo que ocurra adelante, y esto a él le da un poquito de temor, pues él piensa que el caballo va a correr muy bien, pero pudiera perder la carrera y pagar bien. Pascual, tu opinión.
Mira, en lo particular coloqué 2, 5, 6. Tanto el 6 como el 5 corren muy bien la distancia. Si chequeamos las estadísticas, 3 victorias en 10 salidas para el 6, 3 victorias en 13 presentaciones para el 5. Me gusta el SOR. Aquí un caballo peligroso. Yo no lo puse en el ticket tampoco. Yo tampoco lo coloqué en el ticket, pero está peligroso, que es el número 7. El SOR del 7 está por encima del promedio, que es 56. 64 tiene el SOR del 7. Ciertamente la otra vez conversamos que Happy Alter es un trainer difícil de descifrar. Y en esta ocasión coloca a Kevin Krieger como su jockey. Fíjate que tiene hasta 3 victorias en el recorrido de la distancia. Pero bueno, viendo los números y analizando todo lo que son las estadísticas, me voy con 2, 5, 6. Creo que la combinación de Mark Cass y Edwin González, 22% de efectividad ganadora, y la de Safi Joseph, Tonet Garzayas, 31%, al final tiene que ser vital para tratar de garantizar la carrera. Así que 2, 5, 6 en esta quinta carrera.
Si ven en pantalla, Scotty puso el ticket de Pascual, ahí lo tienen, con sus selecciones carrera a carrera, 2, 5 y 6 en la primera pata para Pascual. Él, como estamos observando, se fue con los ejemplares que tienen más efectividad para ganar la carrera. Black Belt, Mr. Titos el 5, Chucky el 6, son los ejemplares que tienen el win percentage más alto, pero dijo que el 7, You Catch Curling, tiene el SOR más alto de la carrera. So, Scotty, to recap Pascual handicapping, he likes 2, 5, and 6 horses that are the top win percentage of the race, but he mentioned that the number 7 has the highest SOR of the race, and he's a danger. And I will add, he's also the GSR, the top GSR of the race. El número 7 pudiera ser un long shot, el SOR más alto y la genética más alta también con el 7. Mucho cuidado, si los pueden colocar todos, háganlo abriendo el Pick 5. Let's go to race 6. Vamos a la carrera 6.
Okay, so we got race number 6, starter optional claiming $16,000. Nice purse, by the way, of $31,000. I'm only using 2 horses, the 4-horse numero 4 AstroTurf, 9-5 on the EquinEdge morning line, 21%. Doesn't have a lot of speed, so but the horses that are going to get the lead up in the front are the 2 and the 1, and I think those horses are minor players in this race. So I'm expecting that the 4-horse and the 3-horse might be a little bit closer to this pace, but I think it's a 2-horse race between numero 3, the North Remembers, and then numero 4 AstroTurf. And I think these 2 horses, Edgar Zayas jumps aboard the numero 4 for Kent Sweezy, excuse me. And so I think that if I had to choose one horse in this race, I would probably choose the 4-horse AstroTurf, only because this horse has a little bit more speed than the 3-horse. So I see the 4-horse getting a good run. Plus, if you look at AstroTurf, the last couple of races, this horse, look at the note, slammed at the start in the last race. And before that, bumped the start, was wide, and then made a rally. So I think that AstroTurf's going to get a better race. You're getting Edgar Zayas jumps aboard. I think this horse is very live today.
Para Scotty, 3 y 4 le gusta mucho AstroTurf. El caballo, en las últimas 2 presentaciones, veíamos en el past performance, en el retrospecto, que el caballo había tenido tropiezo en la partida y sin embargo figuró de 1-1 en la distancia. El GSR 67, top GSR for AstroTurf, el GSR más alto. El SOR, top SOR para AstroTurf también. Es un caballo que las métricas dicen que va a estar ahí, decidiendo la carrera. Y The North Remember, el número 3, tiene el win percentage más alto, 33%. Y es un caballo que tiene 60 de GSR y un SOR de 55. El SOR, que es el nivel de competencia de las últimas carreras del caballo, es bastante alto. Y la genética es suficiente para aspirar a la victoria. Él se arriesgó con esos 2, 3 y 4. ¿Qué opinas tú, Pascual?
Sí, me gusta tanto el 3 como el 4 en la carrera. Yo decidí agregar al 1 y al 6. En el caso de Casa Express, ciertamente el porcentaje está en 7%, pero el pace es de 67%. Estamos hablando que este es un caballo de velocidad. Él puede salir allí 1-2 e incluso podría hasta tratar de marcar la carrera. La vez en que la que lo colocaron en la tapeta, que fue su salida anterior, lo hizo bastante bien, y es la carrera que me hace pensar de que puede tener nuevamente una buena presentación esta tarde. Aquí cuando uno analiza el SOR están muy parejos. El único detallito que veo es que Miguel Ángel Vázquez nunca ha podido ganar con Gustavo Delgado. Revisando las estadísticas acá tiene de 6-0, pero vemos eso, es el líder de la estadística. Cuidado con este número 1, Casa Express. Y completé con el número 6, la combinación de Gustavo Amaya y José Morelos. Están un 33% de efectividad ganadora, y este caballo definitivamente le corre a Morelos. Tiene un 10% en el porcentaje de victoria, del win acá en EquinEdge. Así que bueno, me gustan los picks de arriba, 4-3-6. Solamente al agregar el 1, Casa Express, buscando un buen dividendo en esta carrera.
Así que para Pascual el 3 y el 4, agrega el 1 y el 6 buscando un buen dividendo. For Pascual, 3 and 4, and he adds the number 1 Cash Express. He's going to track the race, the number 1, and he likes it because the pace is high to pursue Bella Future number 2. And he said that the SOR is kind of equalized in the race, está parejo el nivel de los competidores. And he said about Ser Terre, that the Morelos jockey and trainer combination, Morelos and Amaya, is 33%, is high, 2 for 6 for this couple. Para esta combinación, esta pareja, llevan de 6-2 con Ser Terre, 10% to win the race, 10% para ganar la carrera. And in the past performance, if you see, José Morelos likes to ride this horse, and this horse likes to have Morelos aboard. Así que este número 6 se combina bien con José Morelos. 1, 3, 4 y 6, como pueden ver en la pata número 2, la sexta en Goldstream Park. Let's go to race 7 and let's hear Scotty and his análisis. Adelante, Scotty, con tu análisis de la séptima.
Well, I thought this race was ultra tough. I'm using the 1, 3, 6, 7, and 8. The one thing you're going to have to watch out for is the 7-horse Maybe Lucky and Wild. This horse needs the lead. You can clearly see on the past performances, right? You see, but this horse has burned some money as well as the favorite. It was 28% here, got 5th, and here was 39%, got 3rd. Here got an easy lead and ended up winning the race. 6.5 furlongs, though, could be this horse's undoing, but this horse does have a good a pace advantage. The 3 horse is the horse Awfully Fast, 38%. Look at that win percentage. EquinEdge is second pick, and 9-5 on the EquinEdge morning line. And look at this SOR, 64 SOR. It's 11 points higher than the next closest horse. It has a very nice GSR as well. It's the second top GSR next to the 6 horse, which is the EquinEdge long shot. But the 3 horse is going to be very, very light. I truly believe the 3 horse is the horse to beat. I almost singled this horse. And then if I don't single it, the problem is I had to spread. And that's what happened to me here. But I do think the 3 horse is going to be tough to beat. But since I've spread, I hope to beat the horse. I think the 7 horse is vulnerable, though.
Así es, para Scotty. El que más le gusta, para resumirlo rápidamente, es el número 3, Awfully Fast. Un ejemplar que en el SOR, el SOR, el más alto es 64, el más alto de la carrera. El GSR, la genética, es 62. Es la segunda más alta de las competidoras. Un ejemplar que a él le gusta muchísimo y estuvo tentado a ponerlo como base, pero al final decidió multiplicar. O sea, decidió multiplicar. El 7 tiene la ventaja del pace, Maybe Lucky and Wild, 83 de pace. Va a salir adelante y si no la buscan temprano se les puede ir de punta a punta. Pero repito, el que más le gusta a Scotty es el 3, el 7 es un ejemplar que tiene mucha velocidad, pero es vulnerable, así que buscando un buen dividendo, 1, 3, 6, 7 y 8 para Scotty. La séptima, escuchemos a Pascual y esta séptima carrera en tu ticket.
Estoy de acuerdo con él en el punto del 3, pero a mí lo que me detuvo, aunque bueno, siempre hay una primera vez, ¿no? Pero si repasan aquí las estadísticas del trainer y el jockey, pues tienen de 16-0. No han podido ganar cuando se juntan. Entonces eso fue lo que me detuvo un poquito allí. Creo que el 7 tiene una muy buena opción, el presentado por José Francisco D'Angelo. Me parece que tiene una interesante opción para llevarse la victoria en esta carrera. Coloca a Edgar Sayas como su conductor para esta tarde. Entre los dos tienen de 2-0. Y aquí el que pudiese quizás al final aprovechar esto, y es una yunta que también es bastante efectiva, la de Jesús Ríos con Antonio Sano, la número 1, Janita's Empire. Tiene 2 victorias en la distancia, le va bien en la pista de arena. La combinación de jockey y entrenador tienen un 12% de efectividad ganadora. En teoría, es una de las que debería venir duro al final. Yo estoy completamente de acuerdo con el win de EquinEdge. 3, 7 y 1, o 3, 1 y 7. Yo creo que de ahí no sale la carrera.
For Pascual, Scotty, he likes the number 3. What stops him to pick that horse has a single or a horse to key this race? What's the percentage with the Romero Marash and Jeremiah Dwyer? 0-4-16, 0%. That is the bad part of the stats of Awfully Fast, but he likes it a lot because all the metrics are very good, and he likes maybe Lucky and Wild and the number 1 Janita's Empire, so he agrees with the win percentage of EquinEdge. Para Pascual, el 1, el 3 y el 7, que son los 3 ejemplares con el win percentage, el porcentaje de ganar más alto, 38, 20 y 18% respectivamente, para asegurar 1, 3 y 7 en la séptima. Let's talk about race A. Vamos a hablar de la octava carrera, Scotty.
All right, let's get out to race number 8 from Gulfstream Park. And I'm covering the 3, 5, 6, and 7. Now, the 5 horse is 39% to win. No man left behind. But this horse really has a problem braking. Brakes slow. Now, the GSR is the same, 63. The horse is getting a little bit extra distance. I think the distance should help this horse a little bit. But I'll tell you what throws me off a little bit is that this horse is 39%, but the EquinEdge morning line is only 5-2. I really thought this would be like 6-5, something like that. So it made me a little bit wary of the horse. So I spread out a little bit. I'm worried a little bit about the 1 horse because of the speed. But horses really aren't going gate to wire on the synthetic. So I thought I would take a chance and leave out the one horse, although I think you have to worry about the one a little bit. But I'm covering the 3, 5, 6, and 7. I don't really have a preference between those horses, though. But I Star Shopping, the EquinEdge long shot, seems to really have a nice way of going. And if you look at the style of the 6 horse, it fits what might work out well here. And there seems to be some speed in here. The 7's kind of fast. The 1, of course, is fast. I think maybe if I was forced to bet one horse in this race, I think I would bet Star Shopping, the EquinEdge long shot.
Así que para Scotty, una carrera donde le gusta mucho el caballo No Man Left Behind, el número 5, un caballo que tiene un win percentage de 39%, muy llamativo, un GSR, una genética alta. El SOR del número 5 no es muy alto, es 52. Y yo estaba discutiendo antes con Scott antes del show que eso me da un poquito de temor. El caballo parece que venía a un nivel un poco más bajo y va a enfrentar este grupo más duro. El 5 le gusta mucho. El que más le gusta para apostar, si va a jugar un solo caballo, es Star Shopping. El 6, que es el long shot, arriba de EquinEdge, un caballo que va a correr colocado y va a rematar al final, al igual que el número 5. Y el caballo que va a correr adelante, Quantum Theory, 75 puntos de pace, así que pudiera tratar de ganar de punta a punta. Él prefirió poner 3, 5, 6 y 7, refuercen a su gusto. Él está colocando los 4 caballos que más le agradan para decir la carrera. Es Pascual, tu opinión.
Bueno, al final quedé con 3 y 5. El número 3, Silent Chaos, es el único que tiene 2 victorias de este grupo que sale al paso. Y los dos tienen razón, porque tanto el 3 y el 5, que en teoría son los principales candidatos a la victoria, pues el SOR está por debajo del promedio de 56 que da para la carrera. No lo tengo en el ticket, pero si buscara un long shot, un caballo para jugar y que abone un buen dividendo, aunque ciertamente lo que me genera algo de duda viendo los números es el asunto de la pista, la tapeta que va a afrontar esta tarde, es el 7 Avant Cash, el de Antonio Schoffi, que va a conducir Leonel Reyes, un 13% de efectividad ganadora entre ambos. El SOR está interesante para esta carrera, 59. Bueno, lo dejamos allí el número 7 como una opción para buscar un buen dividendo, pero en el ticket quedamos con el 3 y el 5.
For Pascual, he likes No Man Left Behind. He likes also Silent Chaos, number 3. The 2 horses with good win percentage, but low SOR in comparison with the other horses of the race. Tienen un porcentaje más alto de ganar, pero tienen un SOR nivel más bajo. And he likes the number 7 Advanced Cash as a possible long shot. And Scotty has that number 7 in his ticket. El número 7 le gusta a Pascual como un posible long shot. Y Scotty lo tiene en su ticket. As I said, Scotty, Cachamba's Candy number 2 is my long shot. And before Can Cash Curling number 7 in race 5. Mis long shots son en esta carrera, para los que les gusta jugar esos golpes de buen dividendo, el 2 Cachamba's Candy. Y en la quinta carrera, el caballo que mencionó Pascual, You Can Cash Curling número 7 en la quinta. Son los long shots que me gustan a mí y que están en mi ticket de HipicaTV, por cierto. Let's go to the last leg, Scotty. And vamos a ver la última pata, Scotty.
Well, Tamarindo is 32%, 8-5 on the EquinEdge morning line. Top EquinEdge pick. It's got a nice GSR. The SOR fits in here. And this horse is lightly raced. It's the second start on the synthetic. So often a horse really improves second time out. A couple of things happening. One, the horse goes from 13% to 32% and gets Edgar Zayas as well. I just think if you look at this horse, just looks very, very tough for these. Tis impressive. Been knocking on the door. Seems like a contender in here for sure. But I think that Tamarindo is going to be very, very tough because this horse is also very, very tactical. So, but the 9 horse is going to have an easy lead. You can see on the stretch out. But the reason why I think that this 4 horse is going to run a good race is look at the GSR on the 9 horse. It goes from 66 to 47. So it's a big, big drop. So I imagine the 9's going to be 3, 4, 5 lengths in front, but probably going to stop. And then the EquinEdge long shot seems to need the lead for her best. So I thought try to beat her. So who gets the first run on them both is Tamarindo. So that's why I chose the 4 horse.
Así es, para el señor Scotty, Tamarindo es su base. Explicaba que es el caballo que tiene como más estrategia para correr colocado en esta carrera y avanzar al final. La dupla efectiva de Garzayas con entre Safi y Joseph Jr., 32% de efectividad para ganar, un SOR parejo con el resto del grupo, un GSR suficiente para aspirar a la victoria en la genética. El número 9 va a tener la punta y va a salir adelante, sin embargo el 6 lo va a perseguir, pero ambos son caballos que su genética no es la mejor para esta pista y muy probablemente se detengan y Tamarindo sea el primero que los aborde, y el 8 Tis Impressive es el más fuerte enemigo de Tamarindo. Parece una carrera de 2 caballos al final entre el 4 y el 8, pero Scotty piensa que Tamarindo es superior al 8, así que el 4 como base. O Pascual, tu opinión.
Bueno, sí, esto se redujo a solo 6. Yo decidí colocar a Tamarindo, por supuesto, que me gusta mucho para ganar la carrera, pero decidí buscarle la caída y lo voy a hacer con el número 6. Este vuelve a las manos de Chantal Sutherland, que lo montó en las primeras 2 presentaciones. Este caballo debutó en arena, después lo llevaron a la grama y en la última corrió la tapeta, pero ahora retorna a las manos de Chantal, y si miran las estadísticas de Chantal con Crichton son muy buenas. Estamos hablando de un 28% de efectividad ganadora en 29 oportunidades, y Crichton está ganando carreras. Entonces, yo decidí colocar a Tamarindo, que me gusta mucho para ganar ese win de 32%. Lo pone claramente como el caballo a ganarse en la carrera, pero mucho cuidado con el número 6, su SOR está igual. Esto es una carrera muy pareja, ¿no? Aquí puede pasar cualquier cosa, pero yo me voy a ir con el favorito, que es el 4, y vamos a acompañarlo con el long shot de EquinEdge, el número 6.
Para Pascual, Tamarindo is the horse to beat, the horse with the high percentage, 32%, but he likes Downburst, número 6. The long shot de EquinEdge, looking for a good price, a horse that has the same SOR and same GSR than Tamarindo, muy parejo con el 4, pero he likes Tamarindo to win, and number 6 looking for a big price. Ahí está el ticket a mano derecha para Pascual Artiles para el AP5 por $72. And let's show again the ticket for Scotty, the ticket for the AP5 Scotty por $100 con la base Tamarindo el 4 en la última. Continuamos con más en EquinEdge y en HipicaTV. Good luck, buena suerte. See you tomorrow, guys. Nos vemos mañana.
All right. Hasta mañana.
Hasta mañana.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Pascual. All right.
Yes, we are running because we have total and we need to handicap. But I think the show was better today. I don't know. What do you think? If
Yeah,
you need,
no, it was good. It was good.
Improve more, just let me know and I will do it.
No, it was good. I think it was very good, and I think showing Pascual's ticket is very good as well here, so you can see what he likes, and I think showing the different tickets is important as well. So, yeah, no, very good with it, and thank you very much, and I hope you kick butt today, and yep.
Well,
I like my ticket.
Saying goodbye because I need to handicap running Laurel Park. I leave you with Claudia, and Claudia will say hello.
Hey, Claudia.
How are you?
Días,
How
Claudia.
are Spain?
How are you?
Buenos días.
Buenos dias.
Good, and you?
Very good, very good. Doing fantastic.
How was it?
I just got back from Spain.
Nice. Did you eat a lot?
So much fun. We went to Mallorca. That was amazing. That was so beautiful there.
Did you went to Menorca?
We went to Mallorca, and we went swimming with the caves. It was incredible. Incredible. So good. So beautiful.
Yeah, Menorca is unbelievable.
Yeah, and Ibiza. We didn't go to Ibiza, but Ibiza is supposed to be beautiful too. Have you been to Ibiza?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's supposed to be incredible. But it's more
but I mean, Ibiza is like party island.
Yeah, it's more for partying. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, but no, it was such a wonderful time. Really good time. Yeah. Well, we got to get you on the show too. So I'm probably going to be I'm in California right now, but I'm probably gonna be out there next week. Maybe we can all meet and go to. I'll meet you guys at Gulfstream Park. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
He started already, so I need to.
Yeah, we'll see you later. Okay. All right. Okay. That was Claudia and Pascual, and they're starting their show over there on Hipica. Hey, everybody. Chuck, Steven, what's going on, guys? Danny, Scott. I'm in a hotel room over in Huntington Beach right now. Beautiful view, actually. If I can get it, let me see if I can show you guys. Hold on here. You guys, can you see that? Oh yeah, you can see that. Just went from one beautiful place in Spain to another beautiful place in Florida. Flew to Florida. Uh-oh, lost connection there. I don't know why. Okay, there we go. Hey guys, yeah. Oh man, I'm missing Del Mar right now. Gosh. Yeah, hey Danny. You know what? I came. Unfortunately, my daughter's dog is not doing really good, and so I flew out here to support her. And her name is Kona, a beautiful French Mastiff, and she's not doing well. And my daughter Alexis, who's about, I think, 5.5 months pregnant, and so we got her. Anna and I got her a bunch of her and her husband Colby got him a bunch of clothes for the baby. So that was kind of fun. And I don't even know that I've even looked at a race. Like this is like the first time. I kind of like this ticket that I've done though. I think, by the way, Edgar Zayas is going to win 4 or 5 races today. So you might want to watch Edgar. If he's riding hot, then he'll time this ride on the 4. The 4 is going to run good in this last race. What he has to do is realize that the 9 and the 6 can't win this race and not get too close to them. That's what I'm hoping will happen. Hey, Greg. And so if he'll do that, then the 4 will win the race. So I don't know how my internet connection is here in the hotel room. We got through that show, so it's kind of going in and out right now. But I'm doing a show tomorrow at 12:15 Eastern time. Well, we got the Hippica show tomorrow morning at 8:30 or 8:45 in Pacific time. So I'll be doing that from California, and then I'll be doing my show at 9:15 Pacific time. So I might do a few Del Mar stuff. I'm not sure, but let's see. I might be able to hang with you guys for like 15 minutes. Let's see here. What's Laurel Park took off. I know, Danny. I get it, brother. I totally get it. I do like the 4, though. I really do. 8-5 on the EquinEdge morning line, too. I mean, this horse should get first run on them. That was not a bad effort. First time on the synthetic. So really, this horse should be on the dirt, though, or turf. Look, synthetic, it's breeding. So look, this horse wants to go long and on the turf or dirt. I think this horse is useful. I don't think this horse is just caught that much. So I think this horse has a little bit of upside to go to a different level. Hey, Guy. Late pick 5 at Saratoga. Yeah, we can do that. I'm going to hang with you guys for about 15 minutes. Let's look at Saratoga. All right. So we'll do $80. So what I've been doing lately is sorting like this, right? So you sort the win percentage and you see 1% and 1% in the EquinEdge morning lines, not an EquinEdge long shot. In this particular case of the 6 horse, a really low GSR, it's a pretty easy elimination, right? It's beautiful there in Saratoga. Oh, man. I'm going to try to get back there before the meet ends. So really, as most of you know, the first thing I try to do is make eliminations. So I do the ticket generator, and then I start eliminating from there. 1% horse, 25-1 EquinEdge morning line. It's not a bad GSR. The only thing which you do need to worry is whenever you have a first-time starter that runs bad and is bet like this 5 horse was, now you get a new jockey. You don't know what this horse is going to do. You just don't. And then the other thing you have to consider is the top win percentage is only 20%. So, like this is an absolute grab bag. So now when I look at this, so I wouldn't have to worry. I would love to cover every horse but the 6 horse. I would love to do that if at all possible. Sort the pace. This one could go gate to wire possibly. Second time starter. And because people don't know that this horse is probably going to get the lead. They don't know. Because if they don't use the EquinEdge pace number. Look at this. It's got the top GSR, top pace number. 10% is not bad in this particular race. It broke from the 2-hole last time and broke slow. This horse could easily go gate to wire. Easily. Because there's no guarantees of how any of these horses are really going to run. Now, we know the 9's going to get a good trip. But this horse had a perfect trip last time out and lost. And they come out of the same race. The 1 and the 9. And look at the 1 horse's GSR going up 7 points. Had issues in that race. This is the speed of the race. 9 horse is going to get a wonderful trip. No question. And lost by 3 1/4 lengths, whereas the 1 horse lost by 7 1/4, so 4 lengths. I think easily the 1 breaks good. The 1 could make up those lengths, no problem. So, and then you got the 7 horse as a first-time starter who's, training really nice, no question. But going to get some speed from the outside. So, and the old saying, speed kills speed. I'm kind of liking this 1 horse a little bit. You have to take some risks too. You either have to spread in this race or maybe take a chance in single horse like the 1. Why not? And when you look at a horse like the 10, right? And you look at a horse like the 8, they look okay, but they have no speed from what the pace number is showing, and they're going to be wide. So they have to do so much more than everybody else to win the race. It's not that they can't win the race because the rest of them could be stopping, but it's just something to consider. What I try to do now, anything I do, if I would be uncomfortable for me eliminating any more horses at this point. Even a horse like the 3. I don't know what this horse is going to do. I genuinely don't. It's 5% in the race where the top win percentage is 20. So now I got to go to the next one. I actually have a note on this horse, but it's an old note. Oh, I remember this horse. I put a note that I thought this horse was really, really talented. Creative Minister. I remember this. What's the story with this horse now? Lunged at the start. And look at this. It's a non-graded stakes field, but look at this. Look at the GSRs. I mean, 87, so 70 through 87. I mean, these are really nice bred horses. Whether they this goes to show you, whether they materialize into graded horses, probably not. That just goes to show you how tough it is to get graded horses. But these are nice. These are nice numbers. 7 and 9. I mean, can you get by just covering these horses? I don't know. Oh, was it, Nathan? Let's keep on moving forward and seeing some of these other ones. So the 1 horse is a single, 2 for 2 at the surface and distance, 99 on the pace, but we don't know how strong this horse is. It barely won against a 60 group last time out, and the horse is coming off a layoff. This goes to show you how tough, Saratoga's big fields and just really tough races. I mean, jeez. To me, this horse is no single. But the system doesn't know what to do because the races are so wide open. So we have to try to do something ourselves and try to take a chance. So what I like to do sometimes is look how the pace is going to play out and maybe a horse's post. So when I look at the 7 horse Dark Timber, the EquinEdge long shot, but look at its style. I mean, it loses ground every single time. So it needs the lead. And then the 1A, this horse clearly needs the lead. And look, in its 4 races, he's been on the lead at the first call. So these two are dueling themselves into submission. So I'm going to eliminate that. Then you look at the 3 horse who can rate and will be sitting third, most likely. Right? And has some class. So you could take a chance on a horse like this and single it. We should look at the 9 and 4. And then both the 9 and 4 could run good. 9's going to get a really good trip. And the 4 horse is going to also get a really good trip. It's cutting back in distance, and the GSR drops a bunch. So we'll play against the 4. And we'll just use maybe the 3 and the 9. Although the 3 might be a single. Okay. You want to come from off the pace? Okay, I actually didn't know that. That's good to know. So there we go. So these horses will be coming from off the pace. Okay. Is this race off the turf? It says off the turf here on our numbers, but it shouldn't be showing turf. But then we've got some work to do. Anybody know if that's off the turf? We have some work to do on our real-time updates. It's not off the turf? Hi, Lobi. Okay. I don't know why it says that. For sure it's not? Okay. Let me just send something to Brad real quick. Okay. So we'll look at the GSRs. And what I see, I look at the 8 and the 13. And I don't necessarily love those posts. Oh, maybe the information came from Equibase that way to us. That's a possibility. So I look at the 8 and 13 and I see decent win percentages. So look at this. The lowest, I don't think I've ever seen this before, but the lowest EquinEdge morning line is 5-1. And the horse is only 8%. Top EquinEdge pick as well. If this race is not wide open, I don't know what is. What I would try to do is lean more towards, like, look, you can sort the jockey trainer combination. I mean, how about this? The class of the race is the 10 horse. Look at the SOR and look at 42% jockey trainer combination with D'Angelo and Jose Ortiz. That's pretty impressive. But it's coming from the 10 hole. Flavian Pratt's been on fire. Do you know how hard it is to be on fire at Saratoga with all these good jockeys? I mean, that guy is so damn good. Not only that, think about this. He left California, where he owned California racing, banking, and leaves to go back. I mean, why would you do that? I don't know a jockey that would do that. They own Southern California, basically, jockey colony, and he leaves to go back east. Pretty incredible. Excuse me. I don't know what time zone I'm in. I've gone from Spain to Florida to California, all in 3 days. 2 days. I know this. We can't cover this many horses. There's just no way. So something has to give. And when you've got these good jockeys, maybe take a chance and just cover the Pratt. Castellanos really riding good. And you don't want to talk. You want to talk about a nice guy, tremendous guy as well. I mean, he is such a nice guy. I sat next to him and his wife at the Eclipse Awards one year, and he was just such a gentleman. I'll never forget. I was there because I was playing in the Pegasus tournament, and he asked. He said, well, "What are you doing here?" I said, "Well, I'm playing in the Pegasus tournament tomorrow." And he goes, "Oh, I'm on, or this weekend." And he goes, "Well, I'm only on one horse that I like, and it's this horse. It's a first-time starter, and it will win." It was 8-1 on the morning line, so I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's such great information." The horse gets bet down to 6-5. The horse wins. He wins gate to wire by like 10 lengths. And I get third in my very first tournament. And if that horse does not go off at 6-5 and goes off at even 3-1, I win the tournament. I didn't lose by much. That being said, here on this horse, and this is a tougher group of horses. He went gate to wire last time out against. He was 31%. And now he's 13%. And I don't know. This horse is not impossible for sure. This is just a really tough race. So here's what I do sometimes to eliminate horses. I go, okay, EquinEdge morning line. You cover these horses. All right, the 6, 10, 5. So we use them. Then we look at the win percentage, the 3, 13. Oh my God, look at nothing matches up. GSR. Like normally you can see the same 3 horses popping up when you sort the metrics. So Steven's saying, 2 sprints to a route. I've never been about the sprint to a route to a sprint or 2 sprints to a route personally. I will say this horse broke last time out against what appears to be a tougher field. Terrible break, was 6 wide and barely lost the race going 7 furlongs. That's pretty impressive. The GSR drops a little bit. The horse's form looks pretty good. So Rosario stays. It's the top EquinEdge pick. I think if you're alive, you certainly don't want to get beat by any of the top 3 picks. You have to use those horses because, I mean, I was alive last summer in Saratoga for like, I don't know, 385,000. Maybe it was 485. It was a lot. And I had 4 horses in the last leg, and I left out the EquinEdge long shot, and it cost me. I was the only ticket. So I don't like the 13 post, but and look, I have only seen this on my hand. I can count where the top win percentage is only 15%. So this is literally, here's what's crazy. You're better off literally getting like little pieces of paper, writing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 13, and then put them in a box, and then grabbing and choosing. Honestly, that you really are. Like, as crazy as that sounds, and hope that you're lucky. I should do that. I don't have any. Do I have paper? I mean, because unless you see something, unless you really like genuinely see something. Now, I would, of course, I could probably decipher this a lot closer if I wanted to spend a half hour to an hour on this race, which I don't have. Of course, I could do that. But you have to remember, too, that if you want to start doing that, you have to remember the system has already done that. Like, there was a horse that we were covering on the Hippica show just a bit ago. It was, I know it's the 3 horse, and it had 38%. The jockey trainer combination was 0 for 16. Do you know how many of those horses I left out and they beat me? You have to remember this. I'm not saying use it or don't. I'm just saying that the system has accounted for the 0 for 16 already. Right? So the reason I'm always using the word subjective is because it really is. It comes down to how we interpret the information. It's subjective. What you think about a horse is not necessary. It's not an objective. It's not fact. It's your opinion. That's the difference between objective and subjective. Objective would be something like, God, what would be the example of that? Like if you go 60 miles an hour and you want to go a mile, you will get there in this amount of time. That's a fact. That's objective. That's giving you a statistic that's actually fact. Okay? That's objective. Subjective means that you look at something and you say, this horse will do this. No, that's not fact. That's subjective. I don't know, Nathan, if I'm going to do any Del Mar shows. I'm not sure yet. I love Del Mar. It's my favorite track. And I have many friends at Del Mar, but they've not really supported us. So, I hope that one day they will and they'll change their mind, but they've not yet given us approval to show any live streaming. It makes it difficult to cover Del Mar. It really does. I would hope that they would see the benefit of letting us do that because they can see that everybody that is betting and we're all betting together and we're betting that track that we're covering. But maybe nobody from Del Mar is taking the time to watch the EquinEdge live show. And the other thing is here, this is such a difficult ticket. I don't like this one as a single at all. And I know this horse can win, but I don't like that this horse like literally was stopping against much easier. Now, I will say it was off of a layoff, but it's off of another layoff now. Wesley Ward, Irad Ortiz. I mean, could this horse go gate to wire? Yeah, it could. It could. Do you think Lezcano's going to let him just get away and get an easy lead? Look at the 3. At the first call, this horse has been first or second in the last 7 races. This is a very, very fast horse. And here's the other thing about the 3. It's got a higher SOR than the 1, which means it's going to move the horse up. So I would argue with you that the 3 is the one that could be in the lead, not the 1, and the one's mired on the rail. So watch this. I'm going to get rid of them both. Now I want to look at the 11. The 11 is going to sit a very, very nice trip, but it's not going to get the lead. And if it didn't get the lead, it usually doesn't win. I don't know if the horse can really rate that well. Maybe it's going to need to. Maybe right here, right? It was second by a half a length and it ended up pulling away. Maybe it can rate some. It certainly has some class here. I mean, this horse is 20-1 on the morning line, on the EquinEdge morning line. This horse just does not seem to be classy enough here, the 9. So I'm going to get rid of the 9. 12 horse is going to be wide, has no speed, and doesn't have the class. So I'm going to get rid of that. All right, so we're making some progress here in this race. Get rid of these scratched horses. Get rid of this 50-1 EquinEdge morning line. So here's what's interesting about a horse like this. You see how this horse has no speed? It can win because look at the SOR, 68, and it's been in the money in first or second in 5 of the 6 races. But it is cutting back. And I don't like the 10-1 on the EquinEdge morning line. But, well, and Pratt doesn't ride back. Pratt gets off of the 4 horse. This horse was blocked last time out and steadied. I will tell you this horse is not, it's not impossible, but Flavian Pratt getting off your horse is no bueno either. This horse has had trouble, but now it gets Flavian Pratt and it gets a new trainer. I would imagine this 5 is going to run a good race. I'd be afraid to leave out the 4, even though Pratt gets off of it. I'd be afraid to leave this horse out. It's got some class, but it never does seem to get there. Do you see that? And I don't know that shortening up and well, look at the 72. I mean, it barely lost here by a quarter of a length going 5.5 furlongs. And look, I mean, this horse tries every time. Look at that, 6 seconds and 14 tries, 2 wins and 3/3, like, and $348,000. This isn't a bad horse, but Flavian gets off of your horse. That can't be good, right? I mean, how much is Flavian really liking the 5? Are the workouts different for the 5? That's a tremendous workout on the turf. You see that 10 of 63. I'm just gonna guess that was a really nice work. But how does the win percentage drop to 6% with Flavian jumping aboard? I don't know. And look, this horse, look at this. It's burned a lot of money. It's burned a lot of money. Yeah, I mean, what was at Churchill last time out? I don't know. Such a tough one. Leaving the 1 out's a little scary, considering the connections for sure. But I think the 3 could duel with that horse, but I would do something like this. Saez has been riding tremendously as well. I mean, this horse is doing nothing wrong. It's a very interesting horse. So I love the fact that 9's the top EquinEdge pick. I love that it's Irad Ortiz. And it's 9 to 5 EquinEdge morning line. What I don't like is that it's only 19%. I don't like that. I don't like that. I mean, you got to remember, this horse is going to lose 1 in 5 times. It's going to win 1 in 5 times, excuse me. 1 in 5 times. I would be careful about getting too caught up on this 9. I'd be very, very careful. Not to mention, horses come back only 5% of the time after they break their maidens and win. And this horse only won by 3/4 of a length. These horses so often get overbet. And maybe the EquinEdge morning line is just reflecting the connections. That's a possibility. I would be very, very careful about keying that horse. And this horse arguably has been, well, look at the last couple of races. Okay. You can't say anything negative. Who knows? I've got a note here. This horse is like really talented. Look what they did. Ken McPeak agrees with me because he's had the horse in the Preakness and the Belmont. Okay, I see. This is Creative Minister. I mean, the work. How are the works? Oh, the works are tremendous. You know what? How is Artemis supposed to beat Creative Minister? And why is the EquinEdge morning line only 7 to 2? Wow, that's tough. Whew. If don't you think this is going to pay? Yeah, first of all, if you beat the 9 and 7 in here, I mean, this figures to pay very, very nicely. I'm trying to find a key horse. Look at this. Every race. Oh, I think possibly we're seeing a massive payout in the late pick 5. Let's see here. Certainly, this 4-horse Quick to Blame. I've actually really liked this horse. I think this horse deserves a strong look. 18%. Santana jumps aboard. This horse tries every single time in a wide open race. The outside post wasn't a negative. Oh, the 12-1, Leo. Okay, thank you for that. Holy hell, this is a really, really rough sequence of races. It's tremendous. What I'm trying to do, what I'm doing right now is just looking through to see if anything hits me as a single. And one single might not even be enough here. Boy, they put together some competitive races, don't they? All right, so one of the things I'll do, I'll go, okay, I'm going to sort the GSR. I'm going to look at the top 3 horses. So I look at the win percentages, the 11 and the 1. Okay, so 11 and 1 hit me. Top SORs, all of a sudden now it's the 4 and the 5. You see how nothing is matching up? 4 and the 11 and 5. You see? 5, 1, 6. So what I like to do when I sort these, it'll have like the same 2 or 3 horses in almost every category, right? That's where I start finding some horses that I like. So if I sort the EquinEdge morning line, yeah, 9-2 on the 5 is great, but it's only 6%. Lyrical Poet certainly is fast, no doubt. And it might go gate to wire. But the 3 horse is extremely fast and has more class. So that scares me there. So maybe what we should be doing is looking at some high class horses that have no speed. And Fauci's one of them. The EquinEdge long shot is very, very interesting. Dancing Buck. It won last time out going 7 furlongs. Rosario stays aboard. Maybe a horse like the 6 horse would be a horse worth taking a chance on. Dancing Buck. I wouldn't leave that horse out for sure. 3rd off the layoff here. I don't love this horse. It's not impossible because of the horse's style. Because if they go flying on the lead, and there's some pace here with the 1 and the 3, if they go flying, and look at the record. We talked about this earlier of Fauci. But don't you have to figure the 5's going to run a good race? I mean, Flavian Pratt's not getting off the 4 for no reason. It looks like the 6 horse Dancing Buck, the EquinEdge long shot, 4 wins and 11 tries. It looks like this horse can do anything. It's won $171,000 in 8 races. Let's sort the last 6 months. 54,000. This horse broke its maiden. I mean, this horse seems a little class compromised as well. Has burned money. Look, 4 tries, 54,000 earned. Lyrical Poet won 64,000 in 1 race. I'm going to have to leave here soon. God, I wish I was more help to you guys here. I mean, hopefully we've identified some horses maybe that you have to watch for. But I mean, even look at the form of this horse. Nothing wrong with this horse. Saez has been on fire as well. And look, the top win percentage is only 18%. Look at every sequence. Top win percentage 20%. Top win percentage 25%. Top win percentage 22, 18, and 15. Holy hell. I mean, there's going to be pricing. So if you can figure this puzzle out, you're going to make some money. There's going to have to be some risks taken. For sure. But I would not play these favorites in these situations. I will just tell you that. Because this is going to pay good and you need to play it. Like, I give an example. I don't see why maybe Creative Minister couldn't be a single. I mean, you're talking about Creative Minister, who got third in the Preakness. And look at the GSR. The GSR jumps back up. That third in the Preakness the horse had a 64 GSR. And then do you think this horse wanted to go 12 furlongs? I don't think so. Plus, I'm going to guess the horse was tired. Now you give the horse a bit of a break and comes back against a group like this. Should be the huge favorite, right? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else. For me, it's the best single we got. The only thing that's throwing me off, and you got to be careful about letting the EquinEdge morning line throw you off. I let it throw me off all the damn time. How is a horse that just broke its maiden by a freaking nose, 3/4 of a length, supposed to beat Creative Minister? Is this horse that good? You can see when you think you found a single and then you regenerate, now things start coming together a little bit more. You see that? I think this race is way more wide open than just two horses here, personally. So the way you can get the picture to even get closer to is where you eliminate a horse that maybe the system is using that you don't necessarily love. So if we look at like the 8th race here, even though I forced it. So we're going to clear this leg, regenerate. See what it did? It added horse in race number 10 and race number 6 just by, so it took out the 7 and the 5. Look at that. The 5 though is the EquinEdge top pick. Flavian Pratt actually got off of the 4 horse to ride that horse. So you can see it's favoring the win percentages here. That's all it's doing. And in a wide open race like this, I can tell you this 7 horse, there's nothing wrong with this 7. It fits here. I mean, look, it won against a 64 group on the synthetic. On the turf, it had a layoff here, but it won against an easier group. And then it came here and had a 66 group. That was too tough, and this is a 68. So I'm just going to assume that this is just a little bit, well, look, and then it's a 69. Let's see here. No, that was a 58 group here. So I'm just going to assume that this distance is not going to be, or this level is a little bit too much for the 7. So we can confidently get rid of that horse. So, but we can't this 5. There's no way with Flavian Pratt. So we add that, and you see what happened by adding that. It took away a horse in the 6th race and the 10th race. And we need all the coverage we can get. I mean, this horse is very fast, no question. The 11 horse, second off the layoff. I mean, this horse is going to get a really good trip. And look, couldn't you just see Irad Ortiz, and then all of a sudden here comes his brother and wins the race? I don't know that. I mean, I don't know if the 11 is going to stop because it needs to be near the pace for sure. You can clearly see that it's going to be near the pace, but it has some class. If this horse was anywhere other than that 11 post, I probably wouldn't use it. What's up, Alex? I was ready to throw this horse out too until I saw this race here on 417 going 6 furlongs on the turf, and the horse completely rated. Maybe it's just so fast, so maybe the 6 horse can do whatever. I mean, the more I'm looking at this, honestly, the more I'm liking the 6. I'm going to take a chance because I need to spread in the other races. There you go. I'm really hoping what it would when that's 3 and 9 is what I'm covering. Let me see if I can add this. Charger, let's see. So this horse's best races are on the lead. You can clearly, or like really near the lead. Irad Ortiz jumps aboard though. You ready to throw Irad out? Nine's going to get a fantastic trip, but it did last. Look at this horse is drawn outside in the last 2 races. I will say this. I mean, this is the horse to beat for sure. You know, one thing you can do, here's a handicapping tip for you. So we can see that the fastest horse in the race is the 3. And the 9 has a 50. Okay. Similar class, 56, 54. What we want to do, this horse was right on the pace last time out. Let's see what the pace situation was with this horse. So look at this. Baltazar was like right on the pace, facing Tougher, and they were flying. And this horse held up there and actually went off as the favorite. Nicholas James. What's the story with this horse? I think the horse is scratched. What am I missing? Oh, the 1's very fast. Oh, the 1's the fastest horse in the race. So Baltasar last time out dueled with this horse. On 6-5 here. And then stopped. Okay, I see. So this horse is faster than Life Changer. Baltasar, we know, is fast, is on the outside. So they're going to be dueling. Does that set it up for a horse like the 4, 8, and 5? Should we play against these horses and bet that horse is going to... Who's the true closer here? It's not the 4, Quick to Blame, who's going to probably be near the pace. It'd be... And this horse, you could see this horse getting a good trip with Irad Ortiz. And then on the hill, oh man, with Luis Saez, right? Maybe we got something here. Okay, let's see. Really interesting horse here on the hill. Going to get some pace. Drew the rail last time out. Charger. I mean, the horse didn't like the turf. It doesn't look like. The thing that I'm hesitating, it just seems like this horse needs to be near the pace. So if it's too close to the pace, like it was near this pace here, going 7 furlongs at Aqueduct. Let's see what the pace situation was. How was it so close? $50. So there wasn't that much. It wasn't that much speed in the race. So it didn't have to be too far back. The horses really weren't that good. Quick flash. 1 win. Okay. I don't think that was that strong. So this horse to me, though, is going to sit a beautiful trip on the cutback and distance, showing some speed, now cutting back, first time 6 furlongs, but the GSR drops from 77 down to 61. Okay, it's crazy. When I say this is the only way you can make, any money here, like you're going to have to spread. Now, all of a sudden now I went from extremely difficult to having 3 singles. I don't know how the hell. So maybe in this race you spread now. I would watch out for second-time starters. Like a horse like this had the rail last time out, and Flavien Prat re-rides. I would really watch out for these second-time starters, okay? So one of the ways you can eliminate is also by looking at the jockey trainer combinations. You have to do stuff like that. I told you I don't think this 5 is the worst looking horse in the world. It got bet last time out, but I don't know how you fit a horse like this in when you're struggling already. Flavien Prat and Sharp, you're getting that. I mean, Ortiz, you got to use that horse. Rosario. All right, it's a little bit much, but that's the best I can come up with. It's not the worst ticket in the world. Anyways, you guys, I gotta go. I have some errands to run. I'll see you tomorrow, 12:15 Eastern time. Okay. I appreciate it. Good luck today, and I'm actually gonna go play this ticket right now with you guys. So good luck, and let's hit this thing, and we'll talk to you soon. We'll see you tomorrow.